This isn't about politics, and it's definitely not about fear-mongering. It's about math. The United States is quietly running $1 trillion a year interest bill. That means one thing for every entrepreneur watching this. Your dollars are decaying in real time. But here's the part no one tells you. Inflation punishes labor, and it rewards leverage. If your business needs more people just to stay in the same place, inflation is already winning. Most entrepreneurs don't lose because they're lazy. They lose because they are structurally slow in a system that is accelerating. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to use AI not just for productivity, but as a hedge against currency debasement. We are going to audit your friction, harden your offer, and replace labor with infrastructure. Most people hear inflation and think it's a government problem. It's not. Inflation is a business filter. It quietly destroys anyone who trades time for money, labor for output, or manual effort for scale. Let's look at the reality of the labor market right now. If your costs represent human time, your costs will always rise. Humans need raises to keep up with the cost of living. Humans need healthcare. Humans need sleep. Humans have bad days. This isn't a criticism of people. It is a criticism of the business model that relies on them for linear tasks. Inflation makes humans expensive, but AI is deflationary. Its cost trends toward zero, while its capability trends toward infinity. Think about that curve. The cost of intelligence is collapsing. The cost of labor is exploding. If you are on the wrong side of that curve, you are swimming upstream against a current that is getting stronger every single day. So, the game isn't how do I make more money? The game is how do I decouple my output from human time? Stop asking, how do I use AI? That's the wrong question. The right question is, where am I paying humans to think the same thoughts over and over again? Anywhere thinking repeats, labor becomes optional. Anywhere labor becomes optional, inflation loses its power. To win in 2026, you need to install 3 specific systems: the Friction Audit, the Velocity Engine, and the Output Multiplier. But before we build those, we need to talk about the silent tax you are paying right now. The tax of human error and variance. In a traditional business, if you ask 3 different employees to write a proposal, you get 3 different levels of quality. 1 is great, 1 is okay, 1 is a liability. You spend your time as the founder correcting the variance. You become the editor. You become the safety net. That time you spend correcting is a tax. AI does not have variance. Once you dial in the prompt and the system, it delivers the same standard every single time at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. Consistency is the foundation of scale, and scale is the only way to beat inflation. Now, let's build the systems. First, the Friction Audit. Inflation loves inefficiency. It loves when you pay humans to do robotic tasks. You cannot grow while dragging dead weight. We need to identify exactly where your business is bleeding time. Most entrepreneurs think they are busy. They aren't busy. They are just inefficient. They are confusing motion with progress. Here is the prompt to run to expose the truth. Role. You are a corporate efficiency auditor and forensic accountant. Context. Inflation is rising and labor costs are increasing. I need to identify where my business relies on manual, repetitive human labor that could be automated. Task. Interview me. Ask me 5 questions about my daily team workflow, client deliverables, and admin tasks. Goal. Identify the top 3 time leaks where I am paying for repetition rather than judgment. Suggest an AI replacement for each. When you run this, be honest with it. You don't know what you don't know. This prompt forces you to look at your business through the lens of a ruthless auditor. You might find that you are spending 20 hours a week on tasks that a $10 a month subscription can do in seconds. That is not just a loss of money. It is a loss of your life force. System 2 is the velocity engine. Indecision is expensive. During inflation, hesitation costs more than mistakes. If you wait a month to decide, the price of execution just went up. The market moved. The opportunity faded. You need to decide fast. Speed is a currency. And most people are broke because they are slow. I use this prompt to strip emotion out of decision making. Role: Senior Strategic Advisor. Task: I am facing a decision. Analysis: 1. What is the upside of doing this now? 2. What is the cost of waiting 90 days? Factor in opportunity cost. 3. What is the antifragile move here? Output: recommend the single, fastest, high probability path forward. Keep it under 200 words. The result? You stop having meetings about meetings. You get a logic-checked path in 30 seconds. Speed is your hedge. When you move faster than the rate of inflation, you win. When you move slower, you dissolve. System 3 is the output multiplier. Inflation kills linear growth. If you write one email and send it once, you are losing. One idea should never be used once. In the old world, to create 10 pieces of content, you needed 10 hours. In the new world, to create 10 pieces of content, you need one core thought and a system. We need to turn 1 unit of effort into 10 units of assets. Here is the prompt. Role: Editor-in-Chief and Content Strategist. Input: here is a core concept or script I just wrote. Task: repurpose this into the following assets, maintaining my authoritative voice. 1. A 300-word newsletter focused on value. 2. 3 LinkedIn posts focused on insights. 3. 5 Twitter threads focused on controversy and hooks. 4. A script for a 60-second short focused on the hook. Constraint: do not change the core message. Just adapt the format. You paid for the thinking once. AI helps you distribute it infinitely. That is infinite leverage. Think about the leverage of media. Code and media are the 2 forms of leverage that have zero marginal cost of reproduction. AI allows you to write code and create media at a speed that was impossible 5 years ago. If you aren't using this, you are fighting a nuclear war with a stick. But let's go deeper. All the efficiency in the world won't save you if your offer is weak. Inflation doesn't kill demand. It kills weak offers. If your offer depends on your personal hours, your margins will shrink every year. If you are selling your time, you are capped. And inflation loves a cap. You need to stress test your pricing power. You need to move from selling service to selling outcome. Here is the prompt for the inflation stress test. Role: pricing strategist and offer specialist. Input: here is my current offer and pricing. Task: critique this offer against a high inflation environment. 1. Where is the value tied to manual labor? 2. How can I detach the deliverable from my time? 3. How can I position this as a necessity rather than a luxury? Output: give me 3 bullet points to make this offer inflation-proof. This brings us to the new skill set. For the last 100 years, the most valuable skill in business was managing people, being a good boss, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution. Those things still matter, but the most valuable skill of the next decade is not managing people. It is managing intelligence. It is the ability to direct AI to a specific outcome without getting lost in the weeds. The manager of the future is an editor. You are not doing the work. You are defining the standard of the work. You are the architect. The AI is the builder. If you can make that mental shift, you stop being a freelancer and you start being a founder. Serious entrepreneurs don't just survive inflation. They prepare to benefit from the chaos. This is the concept of being antifragile. When the system breaks, you get stronger because you are unleveraged. The debt spiral isn't your problem. Being leveraged is your problem. If you have low head count, high AI leverage, and automated thinking, then inflation is actually your friend. Because while your competitors are drowning in payroll and panic, you are moving faster and cheaper than ever before. Inflation kills labor. Leverage survives. And AI is the most powerful leverage entrepreneurs have ever had. Stop using it to write cute emails. Start using it to build a fortress. Start using it to buy back your time. Because time is the only asset that inflation cannot print more of. If this episode helped you, like, subscribe, and share it. This conversation matters. And if you want deeper strategies on leverage, persuasion, and direct response marketing, check out my book, Direct Marketing. You Have to Reach Millions. Available now on Amazon. This is Trapper's Avatar with Grown Man Productions. You have to reach millions.
It's the rapper, baby!